good. And they did drop one series thus far to those who strike after. I believe it was last week, or I think it was actually week 7. Very close series, mind you. But because of that, this means that if they do lose this match, they will actually be forced into second seed due to being dropped to 7 and 2, and those who strike after having that head-to-head. Now, as we do get into this game 1, Gates of Obscura, fight or flight start picked for everyone except Whopper, who opts for the Siphoning Wand Stinger. So that's going to be interesting to see how much damage comes out.
Yeah, potentially a lot of damage to come out. Neither, well, Rasmus can get kind of hit up, Estelle as well, being slower characters, but they do have abilities to get away from it. So there's isn't set in stone that Zentara will get a bunch of kills with a stinger. There certainly is a possibility. We'll see if the Alice revive can help quite a bit with that as well. But I forgot. That's Social Fox on the IME, and that guy loves to KO. So I think we're gonna have a lot of damage on our hands.
Hey, loves the KO. 8 million or 9 million mastery points on this IME pick. So he is no stranger to operating this at a high level. And, well, when supported by Jack and Flop, he has everything he wants.
Yeah, and another KO found by Social Fox. Natty not able to find KO as well, but so far we are seeing a lot of that damage. The stall is good, but those are 3 flips right now, and Social Fox is going for some stuff, but it's just
oh no!
gonna
Absolute violation there out by Fwoppers, baiting out everything from Natty, who hopes to catch the timing, but Flop just finds it, and, well, it is 2 flips burn, but they've been getting enough kills where I don't think it really matters too much. They're able to get these flips off really easily.
Yeah, now going to be low on HP. Natty has flip. We'll see if it means anything. I think right now the game plan for Doom is to find KOs, but not onto the goalie. It's been more onto the forwards. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, now converting from that triple defense into a triple offense, but no, they're still stuck on their side, at least for a little bit longer. The side of Cosmic Paws rotating the core around, and now Social Fox finally finding a bit of a breakaway. The kill found onto Cardbox, pass up to Floppers, down to Social Fox. They're moving themselves to this strong side. One barrier found, but it is traded back off of a great clear from Natty. Now Social Fox pushing through with Floppers. Oh, Flop a little bit close for comfort there, and now the open net, well, not looking good as Cardbox, the whiplash to close it out, 1-1.
Yeah, crazy whiplash, actually perfectly angled to make sure that Jack Limestone couldn't get there on time. Really good mechanical prowess from Cardbox himself. We'll see if that continues, though, because we did see a little bit of a slowdown in the KOs. Social Fox hasn't been able to find any of those cheeky glitch pop combos to actually send people off the map, and that has allowed the side of Paws to kind of like catch up per se and get their own tempo and play it slow to find these barriers.
Yeah, and I mean, slow is not really what we're seeing right now, as 2 members in this game thus far are very low, and Social Fox getting the reversal on what should have been a hook out of Cardbox, but Social Fox, he still dies after all of it, and now it's Mystic who's next up on the chopping block, but Swap has to step back as the core is still on the side, has to help Jack Limestone as the power play starts to favor MEOW. Hook comes out, but it's still safe for the time being. Flip forced out by Jack Limestone, and with 1 barrier still alive on both sides, there's a flip for Natty, but will it be needed?
We'll see. Again, the forwards on the side of Paws are a little low, but they are going to be regenerating here. Again, they were able to find some momentum with 1 KO, but if they're not able to find it continuously, it does look like the core control from Paws is a little bit stronger. And yeah, they're able to roll that one in off of that possession. Just really good corner offense.
Yeah, notably though, Estelle Rasmus is a comp that does do very well early game, as they have a lot of tools available to them. Damage comps haven't really scaled up, speed comps haven't really scaled up, and I mean in this case this is that damage comp, and damage does tend to struggle pretty early as they're just working on getting their items.
Yeah, so we are seeing that effects here. It will mean that they are going to be pressured to close it out here. That being said, the Atlas potentially can find things like an extra special can actually be quite a bit of difference in these late game KO situations, especially with the way it's changed to have a lower cooldown. So we'll see how the side of Paws choose to adapt. Right now, though, they're going to be on this corner defense. The flip comes out from Mystic as well to keep it going, and great strike wars here to prevent that final goalie barrier from going down.
Oh, and Cardbox gets punished there. Mystic almost falling as well. Now Social Fox moving into the corner. Natty is holding for a little bit longer. Good bit of damage onto Mystic as they're finally staggered. The second barrier falling. Jack Limestone still with the flip available. Social Fox brings it up this bottom side. Now it's Natty who's next up in the chopping block. Staggered as well, nearly at the flip. So this would be disastrous to lose. But speaking of losing, the barrier is lost. And now Mystic is in a really good spot here to look for a potential goal as Jack Limestone pushes forward, has the flip available. And it's looking very dangerous. Oh, the Rose Warp nearly catching it. Forcing the flip out by Jack Limestone. Now that's another kill. Social Fox the next to flip. Where does it go? Bottom side. It catches out Natty, who had the flip, but just misread on the Astro projection.
Yeah, a little bit of just a self-doubt, I think, from Natty there. Moved downwards to approach the shot, but then tried to like cover his options, but that locked him into the animation so that he couldn't flip in time, which was really unfortunate. But right now we've got a set 5. Notably, the Atlas with flip is going to provide a really good defense. We're going to see, though, if, with that being burned, if Natty's actually able to survive some of this damage that might come his way.
Yeah, and the damage, it doesn't really do too much, as it does force out that Celestial Intervention. Now it's on the bottom side, a little bit dangerous here. Social Fox having to return to help. They have managed to find this clear, and now it's on the corner offensive side for MF Doom. They're just pushing up in this corner. The magical Maelstrom coming through, but no barrier still found. There's that Firewall Sentry. First barrier falling. The Oni's Blade pop there, and Social Fox just passes it back to Jack Limestone, who feeds it back up into the corner. A bit of damage as Mystic is now taken off the map. The flip available for FWAP as they try to push this corner again.
Yeah, good defense, but it feels like it's only inevitable that it's going to go down. There it is. The KO is going to be found, but the clear is amazing from the side of Pause. This could be a huge swing if WAP isn't able to score here, and yeah, the defense has been made.
Oh no. Oh, and a good clear found out by Jack, but not for long as Mystic, the Rose Warp in the piercing shot, and that's Cosmic Pause taking set 1.
Yeah, we saw there that, especially in that corner offense, before the final barrier went down for Pause, that Jack Limestone was playing so aggressively on Arrow, which is exactly what you want to do, but that was a little bit too close to the sun. It enabled some of those misplays to kind of happen, and losing that goalie barrier against Rasmus Estelle early, that's rough.
Yeah, and the Deadeye getting picked up for Estelle, I think really just wanting to deny the damage away from the IME, but then the IME gets rapid fire. So that actually allows her to help Zentaro even more play into this damage of making sure people aren't given any chance to heal. Now on the other side, Extra Special, I will say, was picked up for Atlas, so that can sort of mitigate this hail threat. But again, there's only so much an Atlas can do, especially when you have so many damage awakenings picked up on the other side.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I think this Extra Special pickup is going to be pretty noticeable, though. Just having like an extra revive or two for every round, I think will mean a huge difference for the offense. That's been really struggling to come online in non-power play situations for Doom. So I'm curious to see if Natty will be able to pull it off. We are seeing a little bit more aggression from the Atlas, just seeing the way that he's positioning here. So I'm curious to see what will happen from it. As of right now, though, not too much.
Yeah, now we do have Social Fox pushing up here. A good spot here for the flip. Wants to play it a little bit solo, but instead it does get fed out through a cooperative clear from Pause, and now it's on the opposite side. A bit dangerous. Good Rose Warp there to make sure Mystic stays alive, but not for long as the flip comes through from, I believe that's Jack Limestone, or maybe both of them, as Social Fox, they're just looking for an angle to get the core up to FWAP. Now it's Jack Limestone. He's pushing up again. We called it out before. He was pushing up very aggressively, but this time not punished as FWAP gets it.
I think that was a slash just as overtime came up, which I think gave a little bit of a jump scare core speed. Caught Natty off guard, didn't flip again. So just kind of a little bit of fortunate timing for Doom to get that one through, but they're still not out of the woods yet. They lost the previous set, which means that the snowball from Rasmus Estelle is very much a possibility. So they're going to have to really start to fight back, I think, in this set in order to have a chance in the mid to late game.
Yeah, and they were looking for the chance, right? Now it's Social Fox who
Whoa.
has a little bit of damage onto them. Same thing as Cardbox, a bit of an interesting interaction there. And the kill is found onto Mystic again. We've seen a lot of those this game thus far. And Cardbox also looking a little worse for wear. Forced to flip there, but I don't think they realized they have the Celestial Intervention to back them up. A second flip burn there is now that's Natty's flip gone. But they're still keeping this barrier alive, and that's what matters. But not for long. the Firewall Sentry takes that there, and it may be one barrier answered, but no, MF Doom does such a great job holding.
Yeah, but we're seeing a lot of that aggression from Jack Limestone again. That's going to cost them dearly. Again, a flip used defensively and a goalie barrier down. That's rough to see. And you're going to have to do that as the era, but this means that there's an opportunity now for the Paws.
Yeah, the Paws looking for their breakaway chance. A good clear. They're outfound by Jack Limestone. The strike shot to make sure it gets cleared. Now it's Flop who gets a chance again. It's stopped by the expanse, and Cardbox catches it just as it glides by the NATO. Those margins there.
Yeah, Cardbox's positioning has been really, really good. I actually haven't been paying too much attention to it, but I've been getting the feeling that he's basically always been in the right place at the right time to have good whiplashes so far. So I've been very, very impressed with that. It feels like a lot of the offense is being done off the back of his Rasmus here. So a very, very strong showing. I've been very impressed by it.
Yeah, definitely. But I think part of it is also due to Jack Limestone just getting a little punished for how he's been positioning as well. And, I mean, Cardbox has been doing a great job at making sure that the punish comes through. And on the other side, I think Natty does a great job here at actually making sure these defenses just stay held down. As I surely thought between the Firewall Sentry, between the Magical Maelstrom, that second barrier should have fallen.
Right now the defense is continuing as well. It's just going to be found. It feels like it's just so back and forth, so volatile. Both teams are almost always getting the enemy's goalie barriers before the other scores. Just very, very even game so far.
Oh, but Social Fox gets shut down there by Natty. That's the second flip forced out by Jack Limestone. And now Flop just trying to deny any sort of pass angles. A good beam to just send it through, but Jack Limestone just gets sent right around him. But now we're in a bit of an open situation as Cardbox in that 1v1. Firewall Sentry forced out for Social Fox, but doesn't get to set up in the corner. And a strike war just lost out by Social Fox. Cardbox sending it through. And Cosmic Paws looking so dominant so far.
Yeah, again, that KO pressure that we've seen, some of it has happened, but it's largely fallen to the wayside, and without that, it feels like MF Doom is really struggling to find any sort of actual goal conversions off of the advantages given to them. And when that happens, when you're not really finding a lot of those things to close out, that opens up even more opportunities for this era goalie to let things through, playing as aggressively as Jack Limestone has been. So this is a pretty unfortunate spot for MF Doom to be in. I'm actually very curious to see how they're going to get their way out of this.
Yeah, I mean, the way they may want to get themselves out of this is by KOing, but the KO threat, it just doesn't seem to be there consistently enough, or they're not able to convert off of it consistently enough, as you have mentioned. And now they're just trying to rotate it around into the strong side here, as it should be saved, but instead the one that's not saved is Swapper is taken off the map, and another 3v2 power play favoring Cosmic Pod. But Jack Limestone has the flip level, flip out by Mystic, Strike War 1 out by Cardbox there, and now the Firewall Sentry just defensively placed there. Now Social Fox is able to bring it up onto the good side, but oh no, it just slides past Jack Limestone again!
Yeah, it's just this aggression kind of being punished over and over again. Jack Limestone just caught off guard, I think, by core speed or just bad angles when walking up to the midfield line. And that's just super unfortunate because, again, I just feel like a broken record. It is the correct way to play era goalie. It's just really punishing to play that way right now. And with this team player, I almost go far as to say that this era goalie's playstyle might be fully shut down, and Jack Limestone might have to revert to something a little bit more traditional to even just survive these next few sets.
Yeah, team player is one of the best pickups against Aragoli, as Aragoli does kind of struggle into core speed, but notably she did pick up the glass cannon. Now, I don't doubt that Cardbox is going to do a good job at making sure that glass cannon does not stay active that long, but it does allow her to play a little more in these risky situations where she can posture a little further up, and notably the explosive entrance also over for Social Fox, so more kills could come through that as well.
Yeah, I will say, not only is the Rasmus really good at removing the glass cannon, so is the Estelle. It's going to be very hard to actually see that speed stack up, especially with Jack Limestone walking so much up as he's done, that where the Atlas primary even becomes like a thing that could cancel it out. So I don't know how useful the pickup is going to be. I guess if we see less random goals happening for Paws, then it'll be paying off. But so far, that is not the case at all.
Yeah, and on the other side, there doesn't seem to be anything random coming in for the side of Cosmic Pause, right? As Natty has been doing a really good job at just consistently holding the core in these situations where it just makes it really tough for Doom. And once again, there's a good flip there. It is denied by the Oni's Blade, but Natty still just finds it through.
And now we're going to be in overtime. The team player is going to be even worse to deal with. Not even going to matter, though. It's going to get yoinked away by Cardbox. Jack Limestone, again, just finds a kind of really hard situation to defend in. And the Paws are just running away with it, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, Pause doing so well. And once again, the Firewall Sentry just not really finding anything there. As Mystic, a really good job evading that, making sure he doesn't fall there, denying another one of Social Fox attempts. It's one barrier found, and potentially a second as Jack Limestone. He's just caught pushing so far forward. Death Touch denying Social Fox's attempt to save that. And we don't even see one barrier come off the flip.
Yeah. KO going to be found, though, which has been exceedingly rare for side of MF Dune. We'll see if they can actually convert out of it, but the defense is holding again. Seems rough. Not even one goalie barrier taken away. The flip going to be burned for nothing as well. This seems like this could be the end for MF Doom.
Yeah, I mean, it might just be doomed for them the way it's starting to play out. And hey, it could just be a symptom of open maps, and open maps is what we'll be going to next. So I really think Doom wants to win this one, make sure they don't bring themselves to that Oni Village in a losing position. And Social Fox and Flop looking to that as they move themselves into the corner, but they don't even get one barrier off of that. And now we have reached this overtime where the team player is going to shine, and there's a flip still available for Natty as well.
Yeah, and the Estelle there, I see her trying to pierce, find any sort of cross clear away. Good glitch pop from the Imi, snipes one away, but the flip is going to be there. Flop, good defense with his Zentar, but the team player goes right through, catches Flop off guard. Bit unfortunate, and now we are on game point in advantage for the Pause.
Yeah, I mean, Cardbox and Natty just threading the needle. First, the amazing pass, Big Atlas, and then Cardbox just locking it in between Social Fox and Jack. And now Flop and Social Fox, they're looking to push this corner. A very good magical Maelstrom here, but do they get much of anything? It's one barrier even through a flip, though. And now Mystic's health bar not looking great, but I think the Celestial Intervention should still be available by Natty in case it's needed. And the Firewall Sentry, it's pushed there, flip forced out by Natty. Jack Limestone just slowing down the play, making sure that Cardbox doesn't manage to get any breakpoints.
Yeah. An opportunity here, though, maybe. We do see two flips, one going to be used. Finally, it feels like it's been forever since we've seen an open net from the Pause. An opportunity is going to be there. They're going to lose one on the flip side, trying not to get doubled maybe, but this corner offense is looking a little scary.
Yeah, but it has been cleared for now, but not for long, as the flip is there from Cardbox. The defensive Firewall Sentry just bringing it up as a conveyor there. And oh no, it just went right past Jack Limestone. The flip missed, and we could just see it be curtains here for MF Doom. And Oni's Blade finds the kill there, but it's just Cardbox, and Cardbox in the 1v3 just closes out the game for Cosmic Pause in crisp 3-0 fashion.
Yeah, wow, what a performance from Cardbox on the Rasmus. I think definitely the MVP in this game in my eyes. Just found so many opportunities I felt like took advantage of Jack Limestone's over-aggression pretty consistently. And even a lot of the 1v1 situations, just winning outright in situations where maybe not, he might not necessarily have been advantaged. So yeah, I mean, a 7+2 goal line with not complete assistance from his goalie and midfielder. I think that's very, very impressive against an aero goalie that could, always debuff, always just look to shut down the brawler before they have their chance. So overall, very, very well played, and that means that's going to be, like you mentioned, a huge advantage coming into Oni Village. That was Doom's map pick, which means that, hey, this Oni Village for the Pause is going to be looking good.
Yeah, I mean, Cardbox, it just felt like a lot of that offense was just off of his back. Mystic just kind of waiting to cover these outclears, but the outclears never really needed to happen. Cardbox just going completely 1v5 mode where he just does Rasmus things as you'd see in solo queue, and hey, it worked out for Cosmic Pause. Now, question is can they replicate this in Oni Village? Oni Village, another map where Rasmus is very strong, and we might just see it banned out. That's completely possible as well.
that could certainly be something that we see. Another one as well, Natty, really big on a lot of the goalies that are very strong. I'm thinking of a lot of the melee goalies, Mako in particular, something that Natty is very, very familiar with. So that could
Mhm.
also be a key pick, I think, coming up. But I'm not too sure. I'm almost. It seems like Pause is pretty confident with allowing Social Fox to just get on the IME. We saw some hiccups with that, especially in the early sets. This game where Social Fox was able to find a lot of just random KOs in the corner offenses, and when Social Fox does that, that's kind of their specialty on the character. That's their specialty as like a player in general. When they're able to find those, they could really take over a game. But it's gonna be harder to do on Oni Village. Not impossible, but definitely harder to do. So I'm almost of the mind that they're absolutely allowed to go, and they're absolutely gonna allow Social Fox to get on the IME again, and then maybe target out some of Flop's picks. Maybe the Centauro could go away, or they're just gonna stay the course and keep their previous ban and just try to keep the play as stable as possible, knowing that they probably have the advantage going into this anyways.
So I actually think that Social Fox, if given the opportunity, and Doom has elected to choose blue side, I actually think the Estelle is going to get first picked because Social
Mm,
Fox, I think while he does love the IME, has actually had way more success on the Estelle, and we may just see a repeat of that, especially considering it is a hot shot start,
yeah.
and Dubu has already been banned out by Doom. Meow may look to just ban out the Estelle, or okay, yeah, well, Meow might have been listening. Look at that. Meow banned the Estelle. What a prophet I am. And there it is. There's the Kai first pick. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely does. Kai really strong on this map. It's pretty much up there with Inkies as far as maps
Yeah.
where Kai you
It's a
just want
flex
to
pick.
yeah, you could go up and just slam the pick early on and just go with it. Um we'll see then. That means I feel like this draft has kind of been blown open a little bit by the cell ban that you mentioned. It feels like anything can happen right
Hmm.
now, especially for MF Doom. I'm gonna see what Mia picks first though.
Yeah, Mako Juno makes a lot of sense to me. I just kind of took a look at that. I'm like, wait, yeah, you mentioned the Mako. The Juno on the hotshot start makes a lot of sense as well. And I feel like we might see this answered either with like an Era Asher or maybe Jack Limestone might just pick up the Asher and it could be like Asher Zentaro, something along those lines. Um, some picks that I think Doom is just letting the timer run out, and we do see the Juliet locked for Fwoppers, and that is one of his staple picks that he's picked with MF Doom and has looked so good on consistently. And that still leaves it open, right? This Kai could actually go to Jack Limestone. You may just see the IME for Social Fox.
Yeah, I'm a little delayed, so I'm trying to figure out what it is. I'm worried, a little worried about this Juliet pick though, and the hot shot star. I'm thinking like, how
Yeah.
does the core actually get to her? And part of that is, well, MF Doom
Ooh.
has to barrage the Juno
Whoa.
slimes, but yeah, we'll see what
Yeah,
what
you're a
what
little
comes next.
behind, but you're gonna
Yep.
see some fun stuff here locked in, right? The Atlas locked first for Jack Limestone, but we actually have an Octavia paired with the Juno for the side of Cosmic Paw, so that's
Oh,
probably
that
just
makes
gonna
so
be the
much
Mystic Juno,
sense.
and then Cardbox gets to pilot one of his signature picks, the Octavia.
Yeah, so this makes a ton of sense because if you're looking at Cosmic's or sorry, MF Doom's comp, the answer is who actually damaged the Octavia. Julia is too slow. Atlas is not going to, and Kai ain't going to be using his abilities for damage when he has to focus on getting it through the Juno. So I'm pretty sure
Hmm.
this Octavia is completely uncontested, especially if Cardbox picks the Reptile Remedy. There's literally nothing in the game that will threaten him with damage, even after Awakening pickups, unless Juliet gets something disturbing, like truly fundamentally disturbing. We will.
Hey, Rapid
This
Fire
card.
Kai.
I mean, yeah, that could happen too, but like it's very hard. What I'm saying is that it's
Yeah.
incredibly hard for Octavia to be contested if they pick up the Reptile Remedy, and even if they don't, the Hot Shot for extra cooldowns on the Sonic Boom just to continue the flow state more annoyingly. Like there's like both of those can happen because there is just not many innate damage threats coming from MF Doom.
Yeah, and we do see that to be the case, right? The Reptile Remedy picked up for Cardbox and Fwoppers, everyone else opting for the Hot Shot, and Social Fox locking in the Slick Kicks compared to Mystic's Mag Souls. So that is going to be interesting to see how things play out as we go into map 2. One barrier already taken for each team, or never mind, MF Doom don't manage to take that first barrier.
Yeah, And Mako is super comfortable, I think, in the 1v1 against Juliet. You have a lot of ways to knock her away. You have the secondary to outrange her dash punch. It is kind of a little bit annoying, especially if the Juliet is playing patiently. So there are situations where Flop can beat out Natty, but overall, the coherency of the pause game plan makes me really worry for MF Doom's chances in these situations.
Yeah, definitely, especially with how good of a job they're doing with making sure floppers can't really play the game. This double midfield, very miserable to play against a lot of the time, and especially since we're slowly moving over to overtime, this hot shot is going to be so scary. And look, that was one of the few chances floppers had to play with the core, and it's just instantly interrupted by Natty and Cardbox.
Yeah, I think Flop has a lot of waiting and a lot of time on his hands this game. There are going to be very few opportunities. We're already seeing, like, look at this Juliet, like, rotating back just to do something. And obviously not going to be doing too much. But again, just the composition that MEOW has brought out, that Pazza brought out, is, I mean, it's a little messed up. It seems to be a pretty good counter to anything that Doom want to do. And I'm, again, just super scared. Wow, that's rough.
Yeah, that is rough. I mean, we saw it earlier where Cardbox found just a raw Sonic Boom kill onto Social Fox. And speaking of Social Fox, I think that this game absolutely hinges on Social Fox's ability to get some speed, to get some cooldowns, and just out midfield two midfielders on the opposite side.
Yeah, that has to happen, but especially since they're probably going to be losing these early sets, the question is, like, what is he actually going to get? Chrono Boost obviously going to be snatched up by pretty much everything. Like, pretty much everything that Social Fox wants to do for speed, Octavia actually just really wants to get anyways. So not only is the Octavia going to get stronger, you're going to be denied the ways to contest that strength. So that rapid fire that you mentioned might be the only thing that Social Fox might reliably get, but even then, the Juno has no problem taking that as well. So there's a lot happening, I think, in this upcoming draft, as Octavia is going to be getting the first pick.
Social Fox should be 4th here, I believe, in the draft. And yeah, Explosive Entrance, Rapid Fire, those are the 2 picks that Social Fox really wants in this draft. And unfortunately, I think both of them should be denied here. And yeah, there's the Explosive Entrance. We'll probably see like a Spark of Focus or something here picked up by the Atlas or Team Player. That's one way to solve the issue. And yeah, Spark of Agility should be the next pickup for the Kai.
Yeah, the Spark is definitely good. It's much better than nothing for sure. So I think that Social Fox, given the situation, is going to be pretty happy with that. But yeah, Rapid Fire denied, Explosive Entrance denied, just all around, just the only win conditions that Social Fox has coming into that draft have been taken away. So it feels like it's probably just going to be more of the same from what we've seen, maybe a little bit harder for the pause. But I mean, that shift is going to hold its course, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. And well, they're gonna have to see if they do find a way to bring themselves out of this hole. And just a few passes here as Social Fox tries to push through with floppers, and Natty still finds that clear despite the Flame Flurry having been burned. And I think the other possible answer is to see if Jack Limestone can push up and help. But again, it's an Atlas. There's only so much the Atlas can do in that regard without being punished. The punishes already came through last game on a character who's typically even faster than the Atlas.
Yeah, and I don't think that Jack Limestone's going to want to repeat for that, especially with the team player. Like, waiting to overtime is something that is on this, is on the table even with the Juno. And right now we are seeing the offense of MF Doom be a little bit stronger, finally actually opening the net for the first time this game. As we enter overtime, this dash punch is actually going to be pretty big. We'll see though if the conversion can happen.
Yeah. Conversion still a potential one, but again, we have the team player and Floppers, a very good stealth dribble that looked almost like a pass there for a second, but no, it's just a shot.
Yeah, what a good play, actually. Good recognition on Flop as well, the way that the core was going to bounce off the bumper. If that were me, I thought it would have just bounced straight down. I wouldn't have repositioned, but just realizing that that's the way the ball was going to go, and realizing that they have a mix-up shot. This is a big opportunity, though. Flip in front of the net is going to be denied, but still.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. That's just super rough, but still, double buried.
Oh, no.
All right. Well, all good. Sometimes that just happens. That just happens sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, that right there was just clutching defeat from the jaws of victory by the side of MF Doom. Unfortunate there, and well played by Mystic there, recognizing that he can just go for the punish. Now, we need to see more of these plays out by Cosmic Paws if they want to have a clean 2-0 to this series. And we have to see even better plays out by Doom if they want to have any chance of winning this game.
Yeah, they are able to find the double barriers. It's just, I mean, they exploded the last second. I noticed that Jack Limestone once again was walking up, which is again something that you maybe want to do on with the flip as Alice just to secure it. But again, it's just rough to see that happening. We'll see though. Flop an opportunity, but gonna be denied by the ensnare drums.
Yeah, and the flow state does actually time out, so Cardbox isn't in the best of situations, and Social Fox finds the clear down to Flop, and now gets up into the corner, but gets punished there, taken off the map, and now Jack Limestone is forced to use his flip off the second missed strike shot there, and now Cardbox popping the flow state once again, still keeping it active and keeping it in the strong corner for the side of Cosmic Paws, and as overtime ticks, this team player is finally active as Jack Limestone continues to look for these clears as Floppers just wants to position forward but needs to make sure that he isn't leaving his team out to dry. And Mystic collects the core there as Social Fox finds another one there, and Flop finds the strike right before the hit stun, a little late out by Mystic.
Yeah, just wow, felt like a just millisecond. Like if Mystic had 10 better ping, that wouldn't have happened, you know? But those are the margins that MF Doom have to work with. Again, let's not like forget the composition here set up by Pause is super brutal, and this team player definitely helped. I think it was the main contributing factor to that goal, but certainly not out of the woods yet. Natty and Mystic both have flipped here, and I think they're going to use it decently well. Okay, never mind.
Both flips needing to be burned there. I think the second one, a bit of a panic there. And now Floppers almost has a flip of his own, but I think the side of Cosmic Paws, they might realize this and might look to start threatening it. And no, it's not really threatened. His health bar still looking pretty okay. Good back pass to make sure this flip is generated safely without giving up possession. And there's the astral projection to make sure that the core doesn't take that barrier. Now Social Fox wondering where does he go with this, just passes it back. They want to rotate it back and forth, make sure it stays in Flop's hands, who uses the flip there and it just gets shut out by Natty.
Yeah, good attempt by Cardbox as well, but this Atlas is still pretty strong with the hot shot. That being said, it's an open net as we enter overtime. Team player is scary, but so are the team composition from the Pause here.
Oh, and this time a very crucial strike shot to not have missed out by Jack Limestone, but he doesn't have a strike shot this time, but he is positioned for the strike. A double midfield in the open net, a little dangerous, but the team player is still available, looking for the pass up, and Cardbox in a checkmate there with his own sonic boom. Maybe there's a timing for Jack Limestone, but it really did not look like it.
Yeah, that looks really, really rough, and now it's going to be another 5. We'll see. This would be a pretty big set win, I think, for MF Doom. Things like, the chrono boost, fight or flight still going to be in rotation. So this could potentially be a very big set to win or lose for either team. So I think this is potentially the do or die point of the game.
Yeah, and we'll have to see how it goes. There's a good clear found again by Jack Limestone, but the flips are starting to come online for all members of Pause here, right? As Cardbox is nearly at his, Mystic is nearly at his, and finally has it, and the
no.
slime redirect not coming through, but now they're just sitting right in front of the net with 2 flips. 1 flip burned out by Cardbox. No goal scored there. As Social Fox tries to collect it back into the corner. Flop looking for a potential kill. No kill found. As we're 10 seconds away from overtime. Flip out by Mystic just hits their own cage there. And now the flip is there by Natty. Isn't even needed. And the blob's a little dangerous. No expansion. That's a crucial cooldown for the Atlas to have on the open net. As Social Fox good. Strike War 1. Make sure to keep it in the corner. And wants to look for the pass intercepted by Cardbox, and now Cardbox is running away with the core. A good team player shot there, and now he misses it. That means the barrier does go down. It's still here for the side of Doom, but no, the pass comes through, and Jack Limestone, no cooldowns remaining. Cosmic Paws 1 set away from locking those who strike after as the first seed.
There it is, Chrono Boost, but the Octavia is very crucially not the MVP, which means that this can get denied away by the from her. But that's Chrono Boost Fight or Flight denied away, and Fight or Flight going to your Alice sucks. Though there's not too much for him to really pick up here, anyways. So not the biggest loss in the world, but that I think honestly, Doom dodged a massive bullet with the Juno getting MVP here.
Yeah, I agree. And at least for Doom, I think the chrono boost also getting into the Kai, that is absolutely what the doctor ordered for them. And yes, this Juno will have a little bit more core speed thanks to the glass cannon, but there are so many other tools that are helpful for the side of Doom.
Yep, 100% agreed. Social Fox is now in a situation where they can actually contest the Octavia. And there's still going to be one more spark on the board in these next 2 drafts, should they actually bring it to a set 5. I'm very, very optimistic for the chances of MF Doom, but they still actually have to win this set, and that is a tall order.
Yeah, very difficult indeed. And another case, this extra special actually putting in a lot of work for Natty, as he is able to stop a lot of Whopper's attempts on the net there. And now Whopper's a good flame flurry there. Social Fox catching the rebound. Now it's open nets on both sides. Flip available for Whoppers. He just needs to get the corner. Good spot, and he does. Finds it through Natty and Mystic. Well played out by Doom.
Yeah, good flip actually from Pwop. Even though he had the shot, it mixed up the timing, I think, because Natty was really expecting just an instant non-flip strike. So I think he immediately just went to charge it up to get that instant perfect pitch to send the core away, but that just wasn't what happened. And Pwop was able to, unfortunately, use his flip, but still get a goal, and the goal is still big.
Yeah, and speaking of goals, another one potentially to come through for MEOW as the barrier is taken there and Mystic's flip wasted, as now Social Fox looks to push up the bottom side as Natty gets a good flip of his own and allows Box to put himself into a breakaway position. Good barrage there to maintain control out by Social Fox. It is lost for a moment. And now with the speed out by Natty, it's a little dangerous here. Struckwar lost there, and now one again out by Jack Limestone. There's a strike shot, and the barrier is taken out by MF Doom. They're just trying to stall out this flow state, and now Fwop has the core. It's collected there, not by Social Fox, but by Jack Limestone. The pass comes through once again. The blob's a little bit dangerous as now Fwop looks to continue this dribble. It's collected up by Social Fox, and now Natty in the corner, a little bit dangerous. No. The dash punch misses, and now it's really awkward as Cardbox just gets it through with the Sonic Boom.
Yeah, good use of Sonic Boom as well to just get the tightest possible angle. Jack Limestone, I think, wasn't expecting it, which is what led to that whiffed astral projection. So again, really well played. Obviously Cardbox probably like one of the better known Octavia players, up there with like Gret for being threats on this pick. I think a lot of people have been talking about how this pick has been really strong, but not a lot of people have been playing the character to actually pilot it and take use of its strengths. So we've been seeing it there. Oh no, that's super unfortunate, but hey, we've been here before.
Yeah, we have been here before. Many an unfortunate play, and this time it is actually one out on the defense by MF Doom. As Social Fox looks to get the core forward, they have the flip available and nearly got comboed out by the members of Cosmic Pause. And now they're just trying to collect it for Whoppers. That's another missed flip, but Mystic nearly misses the jump. Oh, they barely do collect it. And now Social Fox's health bar not looking great here as Cardbox, they're just in the middle, able to flip it, and they're nearly able to take Social Fox off the map. But instead of Social Fox getting taken off, it's the core that gets taken off the map by Mystic as he scores another one.
And that's going to be series point for the side of the Pause. A little bit of a mishap on the defense, but they're in very, very good position. And MF Doom now potentially boosting their first seed at the tail end of the regular season, which has got to be heartbreaking.
Yeah, definitely heartbreaking indeed, especially with how dominant of a win this would be out of Pause, who really hadn't shown much life in this season out until now. And now it's up to Fwop to see if he can take this barrier here. Uses the flame thrower, looks for the pass, and off an awkward angle from the cage. That means the barrier is opened up there. And now Social Fox looking for the pass up to Fwoppers. And the Giggle Blast nearly finds it there, clear out by Mystic. Well played. So the flip is still available for Natty. And now Jack Limestone making sure this barrier does not fall yet. Looking very good for the side of Doom. But the double midfield means that it's a little dangerous. Forcing the perfect pitch there, out by Natty and the snare drums. Not many cooldowns left, but the core returned on the opposite side.
Yeah, opportunities, cooldowns are going to be burned, but the dash is there, and Natty, a little bit lazy on the flip, decides to save it for next point. But this, again, is an important point. Social Fox, the spark deny, and the spark for themselves is going to be on the table Again, it does come down to another 0.5 set. A little bit scary, but we'll see who actually comes out on top.
Yeah, still to be determined. And now Cardbox flip available. It's an open net, and Cardbox all he needs is one good flip. As Natty hits up to his top side, and now Jack Limestone on his lonesome just for a moment. As Social Fox, he goes for a bit of a breakaway, finds one barrier, but no second one. Now it's just a 50-50. Where does it go? Goes up to the top side, goes right around, clear down to Floppers. As Floppers pass up to Jack Limestone, and now Social Fox clearing up this top side. Flip available for Floppers, but he doesn't want to use it just there in the midfield. The flip is also available by Natty, but he opts not to use it. Where does this go through? The ensnare drum sends it down to the bottom side, and Jack Limestone, 20 seconds until his team player activates. Natty still with a flip available as Cardbox, he burns that base drop, and now just trying to deny the pass up to the Octavia. That is the goal on an open net. The Atlas is a little spooked, especially with some speed. And there's the flip. Where does it go? It gets missed. The Yodsman angle hit by Mystic, as now it's a 2-2. Overtime has finally been reached, but it's Juno in overtime, as Mystic with a good double redirect takes it for Cosmic Pause, and that's those who strike after first seed in NASA.
Wow, that's such a disappointing point. I feel for MF Doom right now, just coming back, being from a huge disadvantage off of striker select, and almost having it. But the reaction check on the Juno Blobbers with hot shot overtime, brutal. Felt like the win condition was building for MF Doom, especially in that same overtime. Jack Limestone with a team player would find a lot more opportunities to get it through Natty, but it just was a little bit too late, unfortunately. And there is definitely a world where MF Doom took this series, because we had 2 sets go to set 5.5. MF Doom got bailed out early, bailed out in set 2 draft by getting that chrono boost and denying it away from the Octavia. But if they had won that first set, that explosive entrance chrono boost combination could have been on the board from Social Fox and taking that away from Cardbox. And given how close some of these sets were, I could definitely have seen that being the difference between a win and a loss. So that's just, yeah, super, super duper unfortunate. It felt like there was fight from MF Doom all the way through, despite being in a situation where they really had to thug it out. But it just didn't come together. It really didn't come together the last few seconds. A mechanical error here, a misplay there, a found KO there, and it unfortunately built up and led to the defeat that we see here.
Yeah, and unfortunate for Doom, they are going to be pushed to that second seed, though if I'm being honest, I'm not really sure if that matters too much for them, as I think both teams actually have winning records against any of the teams that could possibly end up as 3rd or 4th seed.
Yeah.
No, sorry, that's wrong. Strike, I believe, has a losing record against Seal, and I believe it's Fly as well. So the 2 teams that are actually competing for 4th seed. So if they want, they could actually opt to choose Nova.
Yeah, I mean, 1st and 2nd seed being able to choose, huge difference. So I mean, hey, that could be the difference between being in winners finals and playoffs and losers round 1. So that's like a really big series, actually. So I guess, yes, those who strike getting first seed, really, really big moment for them. MF Doom, unfortunate. Still, obviously, starting in winner side in playoffs is still really, really nice. And having a winning record against literally anyone that they could face up against in that round 1 still could be pretty good. So there is still a very good possibility that even after a loss like this, they just like win their round 1 anyways, and none of this even mattered.
Yeah, well, all things considered, I think a very well played series out by both teams. Unfortunately for Cosmic Pause, if this form had been kept throughout the season, we would have seen them in playoffs. But for them, it was not meant to be, it looks like. Now,
Yeah.
we will be seeing another pair of casters on the other side of the short break for, I believe that is going to be Overzealous versus Flying Blobos, the matchup for who gets that last seed in the upper bracket of NASA playoffs. Anything you want to say, Brickbat, before we hop off?
No, it's we're at the end of the season. We've had some awesome week 9 matches. I think with a lot on the line, very high intensity. I like, obviously, like, I remember the Bozo game as well. That was an absolute banger with really crazy playoff implications as well. So that was super duper awesome to see. We were going to have only more of those coming up for the end of the lower league season. So stay tuned.
Yeah, I mean, Fly SCP, as Overgrown Lemon mentioned in Nasty yesterday, I think, or sorry, I meant Furt SCP, as SCP took that game one, set 5.5, and then Furt kind of just stomped game two and game three against the side of SCP. And hey, we'll have to see if more of these games come through in playoffs. Now, everyone, don't go anywhere. Another set of casters will see you on the other side of the break.